Welcome to the Diamond Mine Podcast with Nate and Lainey, where we listen to all 92 Diamond albums certified by Billboard. Today's album is
Fly by the Chicks.
But before we get into anything else, here's our news segment.
And welcome back to your music news. Not a whole lot going on as of right now, but starting off, Rush will has announced their 40th anniversary deluxe edition of Moving Pictures album. Fish has scheduled a 34-date tour of North America for the upcoming spring and summer. Guy, is it Fieri?
Yeah, Fieri.
Yeah, okay. Took a detour on his way to Flavortown and ended up getting emotional to Phoebe Bridgers' motion sickness. That's not news. That was just funny. Eminem, what happened? Eminem just became the first artist in Spotify history to have 10 albums with over 1.5 billion streams.
That's crazy.
Slim Shady. Billy Joe Armstrong, frontman of Green Day, turned 50 recently. Olivia Rodrigo is coming up with a concert film. I don't know what it's on Disney Plus. So if you have that, you'll be able to look forward to that. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry. Brian May wants the Beatles to make a biopic like they did with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what they would make it. What it would be called.
I don't know. Maybe Let It Be. Because that's kind of like their last big huge hit, and that's how they'd end the movie. At least that's how I do it.
That's fair. I'm trying to think if they already have something called Let It Be though. Across the Universe is a musical. Yellow Submarine is their little trippy psychedelic 60s cartoon.
There's already something called Yesterday.
Mm-hmm. What they have right now is called Get Back.
I think Let It Be would be good.
Yeah, solid. Paul Ringo. Get into it. Kanye West, Donda 2 will not be releasing on other streaming platforms. It will only be available on a $200 STEM player.
What is he thinking, man? He's had another break, and that's unfortunate. Yeah. I love Kanye, but it's getting harder and harder to defend that man.
Yeah, he needs help, for real.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so if you want Dawn to just buy a $200 STEM player. And the stuff that he's been posting, and then did you see what Soulja Boy came out with?
I don't think so.
Kanye was beefing with him over something, and Soulja Boy was basically told him to shut up. And then right after that, he sent him yo, I want you on Donda 2. Here's a STEM player. And Soulja Boy was like, what? I don't know. Kanye, I hope you find what you're looking for, I guess. Yoko Ono turned 89.
Dang.
89, what day was that on? What was Friday?
Bro, I don't even know what day today is.
I think the 18th. Happy birthday, Yoko. Pete Townsend, Robert Plant, Peter Gabriel, Brian May, and more have rallied to get the jailed singer-songwriter a new trial. I looked it up. Oh, yeah, her name, I think it's pronounced how it is spelled. So it's Nadine Drak, I think is how you say it. But she's a Turkish singer of Kurdish origin, so she does Kurdish folk music. And apparently that was not highly thought of. And so she is a political prisoner in Turkey, and she was arrested in 2015.
What the heck?
And
how have I not heard of this?
She was sentenced to 10.5 years for being a member of a terrorist organization.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so our hippies are banding together to fight against that. Nicki Minaj is beefing with the Philadelphia Public Health.
Nicki Minaj.
The Philadelphia Public Health System on Twitter.
Why is that?
Because she said, she made a tweet saying, don't speak out about something you don't know about. And then they quoted a tweet of hers talking about, vaccinations in Trinidad and crap, and so they just put the eye emojis.
Mm-hmm.
And so then she just basically put them on blast and stuff. It's so funny though. Oh, anyway. And then Tony Iommi turned 74. He was the guitarist and co-founder and leader of Black Sabbath. And he has been basically a member for like 50 years.
Hell yeah.
Which is really crazy. And last but certainly not least, Nate like, after we released this, or after we put on social media that we had our Eagles episode come out, Joe Walsh's daughter, Lucy Walsh, who is an American actress, singer, songwriter, and pianist. I know.
Sorry, Lucy.
But yeah, she's Joe Walsh's daughter. She followed us on Instagram.
Hey, shout out to you. And if you're listening to this right now, that's freaking dope. I don't have anything else to say about it.
If you're listening to this right now, I would like to say, I said that Joe is weird. Okay?
We also think that Kenny G and Ringo are weird, and those are two of our favorite people ever. So
I think Nate's weird. I'm weird. We're all weird. Okay? But that's it for your music news.
And we're back. So before we get into anything else, here's our social medias. The Twitter, TDM Pod, TDM POD. The Instagram, the Diamond Mine Podcast. The YouTube for our face and vlogs and things of the sort. There will be more vlogs, I promise.
We're getting there.
The Diamond Mine. If you look up the Diamond Mine Podcast, we should be the first thing to pop up. TikTok, Diamond Mine Podcast. We just posted on there not too long ago, and more posts will come.
Did you?
Yeah. In the middle of that, when we recorded Hotel California.
Yeah, but I looked today and it wasn't on there.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Okay, sorry, sidetracked.
I don't even know.
Like, subscribe, follow, rate us, do things like that. Share us around, find my email, give us the specs on Fly by the Chicks.
I gotta throw up. Okay. So this is the burned CD.
A relic of the past.
My mom used to have the CD, then she left it in a car or something. I don't know. So that's a burn one, legally.
Can you legally burn a CD? Isn't that all illegal?
Well, I mean, we bought the music, though. It's not like we got it off like LimeWire or something.
Yeah, I guess.
But it's as legal as you can get.
Okay, fair enough.
Also, the hat is related. It's actually Vance.
Oh, yeah.
Mick Harrison, the high score. Look it up. And look up the high score. They're a punk band. Anyway, the Dixie Chicks Fly was released... was released on August 31st, 1999. It has 13 songs. It is 48 minutes long, and it went 10 times platinum. First song is Ready to Run.
Whoa, you said it. The first song is called Ready to Run. It's got that Scotland-ass intro with the freaking bagpipes and doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I literally did not know what we were getting into. And then I asked Lainey this question, and I...
Ready to Run.
Ask this to the viewers as well. Is it outlandish to say that the Dixie Chicks or the Chicks, that was the chair, promise, I'm literally doing it right now, that they are the country Avril Lavigne?
Oh, yeah, facts.
Is that too outlandish?
You remember what I said yesterday? I said, I didn't fart, that was my butt.
What did that even mean?
It was me like scooting on the chair, so it was my butt, but it wasn't like out of my butt.
Anyways.
Hi, future employers, hire me.
This course, such a slapper. Just builds up the tension so well and relieves it with the what's this all this talk about love, just like the perfect relieving chord. Is nice. Great voices, great harmonies, great song. I dug this one.
You know, when the other two aren't singing, what are they doing? Do they play instruments?
I think they play instruments. Hold on, let me look it
You
up.
have to look that up.
They play instruments in the music video for a song that's
That's just in the music video, though. I mean, like, real talk. Anyways, the intro coming in hot from a Hobbit band in the Shire. Nate said Scotland. That's just what it reminded me of, because I'm a nerd. Of course, I knew the song. Absolute banger. Really just gave me whiplash from just going so hard on the song.
Yeah. Marty Irwin plays the fiddle and mandolin, and her sister Emily is on the banjo, guitar, dobro, and the bass.
I knew that about Marty because I think I actually wrote that down somewhere.
I'm scared.
Is it Marty?
It's what it says.
Oh, yeah.
Marty Irwin.
Yeah, autocorrect. Messed my thing up. Anyway. I automatically had to just, like, re-download the album after this song because I forgot that I basically knew every song on this album, which I don't know if that's happened yet. Because I didn't know every Led Zeppelin song. I don't know. This might be the first album where I knew every song on it. I always liked the music, though, because my mom introduced me to it, so you already know. I've done it back to those iPod Nano days. But this was co-written by Marty McGuire. Well, now it's McGuire. But this is Maddie, so I don't know. And Marcus Hummon.
My hair keeps getting in my eye.
Next song.
This next song is called "If I Fall, You're Going Down with Me."
If I fall, you're going
The
with me.
lead singer has a very interesting, I don't want to say dialect, but certain words she says very interesting.
She's a twang.
For example, she says the word pull. It sounds like the word pool. And I'm not saying that as like a complaint.
She got to pull.
I like that.
Pull the door.
Her voice is very interesting to me. When in the chorus she says the word fall, the two backup singers, they do like a falling harmony, and I thought that was really, really interesting and just a nice little flavor moment. Very nice chorus. This one's just a simple head bopper.
I wrote two things down. The first being that it kind of sounds like a Goodbye Earl preface.
Mm-hmm.
The second being, go stupid, go crazy, Next.
Okay. This next song is called Cowboy, Take Me Away. This one's a bit of a slower one. The chorus just gets you in the soul, though.
I'm looking at myself in the monitor.
The lead singer's voice is immaculate. She's got some pipes on her.
Yeah, no.
That woman can sing. Then, in the middle of this, I made a TikTok. And then this song is basically just a flex on how powerful the lead singer's voice is. And I'm here for it. Is that the lighter hat?
Yeah. Also, tell me you don't see country boys wearing their hats like this.
Dude, I hate when people wear their hat doofy.
Like just
any
on
sort
top
of way.
literally on top of the head, not even.
Well, some people wear it like on top of the head or like half on the head. That is doofy.
But you got people over here sending up like this.
There is literally only two acceptable ways to wear a hat.
On your head.
Forward or backward. Obviously, Lainey's head is like 17 times smaller than mine, so this isn't going to fit on my head.
This one barely fits over my ears. I got big ears. But there's where was I? I was at some like Christian Passion Conference thing, and there's literally like one of the guys wears his hat like this, and I'm like, first off, you're white. Second off, boy, your ears are sticking out. You got to cover them up. Third off, put your hat on right.
For real, it's not that hard.
Like, wear it one way or the other. I'm really like this.
As you're wearing it like that.
He's wearing his hat in a goofy fashion.
Like this?
No, like this. Anyway.
If you haven't seen SpongeBob.
It's the Sea Bear episode.
Yes. It's a classic. That honestly might be my favorite.
That's a good
Or that's like up there.
That's a really good.
I also really like Band Geeks, but everybody loves Band Geeks, the one where they play in the Bubble Bowl.
Isn't that like the Memphis like football team or something like that? Is where they actually played? I don't know. Anyway, Cowboy Take Me Away. So the catch of the line, the title of the song, is derived from a famous slogan used in commercials for, I think it's pronounced Calgon Bath and Beauty Products.
Mm-hmm.
And it reached #1 on Billboard Hot Country Singles and Tracks chart in February of 2000. It has an excellent melody with the fiddle. They have had nothing but bangers so far. It kind of reminds me of Wide Open Spaces. If you haven't seen that episode, go watch it. Where they kind of have that freedom theme going on. Next.
Shiakazing! Oh gosh, sorry. And we're
Put
back.
my hat back on.
This next song is called A Cold Day in July. This is another song just flexing her voice, and I honestly like this one better than the previous one. She's really getting into it on this song, and I don't feel like she gets as into it on the last one, but she's really just hitting those notes. The outro hits different though with all the harmonies, and there's like a little piano solo going on a little bit. This song banged. This song banged.
I can't read. We like SpongeBob. Okay. Cold Day in July. It is another rather slow song with powerful lyrics. It has a similar effect as Goodbye June by Eric Baker, but personally, I like the song better. I'm not huge on Eric Baker. But I'm huge on them chicks. Not. Yep. Okay. You can feel the emotion in this song. However, I would like to add that it's not really Celine Dion level of emotion and things like that, but it's more of an earthly and relatable effect. Celine Dion's just on another planet.
Yeah, I heard that.
So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this one, like the past whatever we've had so far.
This next one is called Goodbye Earl.
Banger.
Literally, this is a country punk rock song, or like pop punk song. There's just the downstroke muted acoustic guitar. I really like that.
Got poison in her man.
By the way,
dump in his body. What's
F you, Earl. You beat her up.
Dang.
A woman with a beautiful voice. I don't know if Earl was actually based on somebody, but if it is, screw you, Earl. Anyways, you go, girl. Killed that bastard and did it all while singing like a goat.
Earl wears his hat like this.
Yes, Earl definitely wears his hat like this, and then he dips and then puts it back in the thing and re-dips.
It's so gross.
That pause after the "we need a break" absolutely slapped. First time I've ever heard that. And Lainey was like, "You have to write that down, your initial reaction." Because I was like, "Ooh!" And then I rewinded it. See, that's why you should not wear your hat like that. But I love that. I love this song. This one was a banger.
Facts. Probably the best song on this album. Not even going to lie. The music video, 10 out of 10. Basically, it's a story. I'm not even getting into my notes yet. But basically, it's a story about how she settled for this, let me be quite frank, white trash man.
Mm-hmm.
And so he beat her and stuff. So she ended up poisoning him. And she's like, well, my meal doesn't taste like that, Earl. How are you feeling now, Earl? Because she does say it like that in the song.
Uh-huh.
And then she kills him and literally just like dumps his body. Now, into my notes. It only peaked at number 13.
That's a shame.
And I do not understand that. I don't understand it, but
it peaked at number 1 in my heart.
it reminds me. Oh, okay. I don't know if you ever had to read this. I did. I think it was sophomore year with Miss Dowling. So it was. I don't think it was AP yet, but it was honors English or something like that. And the story is like spoiler. I can't remember the name of it though because it was a short story, but. A wife kills her husband with a lamb leg and then, like, goes to the store as she, like, cooks it.
Oh,
so that's her alibi.
And she feeds it to
the cops when they come, so she gets away with murder. That's what it reminded me of.
What is that?
I can't remember what it's called. I mean, we can look it up.
Go on.
It's a good story. Even if you know the ending, it's still, it's a good story. Because it's just like, dang, dropped a bomb. But basically, because the protagonist of this song also gets away with murder. And because it says that like Earl was nobody was looking for him, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. It has a great breakdown, like Nate said, just really.
Lamb to the slaughter.
Yes, that's it. Anyway, but going back to the break where they're like, we need a break, and then they cut back in and started with the harmonizing and melody and things. Just great. Love a good getaway with murder story. Great song, great storytellers with vengeance. Next.
If y'all haven't watched Breaking Bad yet, I've only watched the first 2 episodes, but it is so good. It is so good. This next song is called Hello, Mr. Heartache. This is some honky tonk going on right here. Yeah. We chilling in the saloon with our foot up on the piano, listening to the dude. Mm-hmm. The sliding guitar, that chorus, so awesome. I think that the sliding guitar as an instrument is super underutilized outside of country. George Harrison really liked the sliding guitar. And I just think it needs a revival, man. Because really you only hear it in country music, which is a shame. Because that has a lot of potential as an instrument. I love how their songs have some edge to them. Like a little bit of stank on them. Little bluesy touches almost. I love that. Mm-hmm. And this song is not absent of that. So... That's my opinion.
Correctamundo.
Take it as you will.
This reminded me of Garth Brooks a little bit. If you haven't seen those episodes, go check him out. Has that little piano twinkle in there. It's a nice anthem. It almost makes me want to cue up Redneck Woman by Gretchen Wilson. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you deserve...
Are a redneck woman.
Then you deserve... what's that called? When they're like, if your loved one has been affected by...
Financial compensation.
Yeah! Then you deserve financial compensation
if
you
your
know that
loved one
song.
has been diagnosed with mesothelioma and has come in contact with the Roundup weed killer chemical, you may be entitled to compensation.
See, in the original commercials, I thought he said mesothelioma, but on the new ones, it's mesothelioma.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. Manila effect.
Mesothelioma.
But straight honky tonk music. Love it. Learn it. Live it. Next.
This next song is called Don't Waste Your Heart. She has a bit of yodel to her. I really enjoy that. The song otherwise, just okay. Nothing crazy.
I felt that
at the very end, though, there's this like little harmonization thing.
See, that's what they're good at, though, is harmonizing with one another. Yeah, I didn't know much for this one. I just said it's a solid filler.
This next song is called Sin Wagon.
Yeah.
This one is country AF. Like, it's almost bluegrass is how country it is. It's got the fast BPM, some fiddle going on, a banjo, emphasis on 2 and 4. So it's like, cha, 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 and it's driving the song forward. The music video for this song is really funny. It's like they're a heavy metal band, but they're playing country music.
Bluegrass, baby.
There's a bass walk down after the first chorus. My mom's boyfriend Steve showed me this song for the first time because he wanted to show me the music video, and he was... What's up, Steve? He wanted to show me the music video, and he thought it was really funny. He was like, "You'll think this is funny," and my mom was like, "This is stupid," and that was pretty much how it went.
I can imagine.
Hey, but you made it on the podcast, Steve. This is the same podcast that Joe Walsh's daughter follows on Instagram. So how do you feel?
Shameless plug.
By the way, if you want to follow us on Instagram.
Oh, no. All right. Piggybacking off your bluegrass comment with the banjo and everything, there was one point where I wouldn't even be surprised if they had some jug blowing going on.
Uh-huh. They had one of those
classic
mouth harps, too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Got that Andy Griffith type beat. Oh, yeah, okay, so it is bluegrass like that, but then they do bring in the electric guitar, and she has a powerful voice like always, so it is a solid song. Getting more into like the genius lyrics specs of the song. The title is a reference to a scene in the movie Grease when Sandy calls Danny's car a sin wagon. In 2000, you almost made that.
No!
It bounced out. In 2000, the family of Albert Brumley filed a $500,000 lawsuit against Sony over the song sampling of the gospel hymn "I'll Fly Away." Do you know what song that is?
Yeah. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away in the morning.
Yeah, anyway, that song. Because they do say "I'll fly away" in the exact... it's literally taken from the song. At first, it sounds like it's about to go hard, but then the fiddle and all the other southern instruments that we've already mentioned kick in, and it takes a different turn, and it's fast-paced, and it's still an attention grabber, for those of you doubting right now. It is supposedly one of their most popular songs, and I get it, but I would have to be in a very specific mood to listen to this, and I think I would also want to learn the lyrics before I could just, really dig into the song.
Heard that.
Next.
This next song is called Without You. She's getting some bass in her chest on this song. This one... otherwise, though, a little lackluster in my personal opinion. After a ripping song like Sin Wagon, the change was just kind of jarring to me. I needed something to keep me interested before you drop off to a slow song. I'm not against slow songs, but I need there to be a little transition there. This one's just kind of moseying along. They've got a string section in this though that reminds me of an orchestrated Beatles song, maybe post Sgt. Pepper's or something. Or on Sgt. Pepper's or something like that, where they had a lot more string arrangements on their songs. So that was kind of cool. Just kind of a meh song, though. I don't have any strong feelings towards it.
Right. Is Fleetwood Mac on this list? Anyway. Actually, I'll just wait.
Yes, rumors.
I should have known. Okay. This hit number 1 on U.S. Country Singles Chart and 31 on Billboard Hot 100. Has a good chorus, but I'd love to know why it hit number 1 over songs like Goodbye Earl. Even though I don't know if Goodbye Earl was actually one of the 8 singles released from this album.
Okay, well, Goodbye Earl is a thumper.
Banger, smash. Okay. People probably think I'm on drugs. I'm not under drugs. That's not cool. Oh, gives me High School Musical 2 or 3 vibes.
Yeah.
Mediocre.
This next song is called "Some Days You Gotta Dance."
Oh,
this
correct.
one. This was what I wanted after Sin Wagon. There's a fun slap bass. This is almost like a comedy song in my opinion. It had me giggling like out loud. She just dances in stressful situations. It reminds me of if y'all have heard of NSP, Ninja Sex Party, comedy band. They have a song called, I'll just call it NRB. You can figure that out. Or a song called Cookies. They just take your attention somewhere and it gets all tense and then they just resolve it by being silly and having the silly chorus. And I really like when they do that. I'm one of those people that really appreciates comedy music. I wish more people did it.
I don't even know how many times you've played them for me. Like when we'd walk and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Always just...
Cookies! They're the taste of happy.
Okay.
Sorry.
Shameless plug for them. Okay. This song was originally played by Keith Urban's band, The Ranch, and he actually plays the guitar on their rendition.
Huh.
Fun fact for you. This was released as their 8th and final single from this album. It peaked at number 7, and it honestly reminded me of Alan Jackson. Like, Chattahoochee or something like that. Welcome to the South. But that's what it reminded me of. This was a solid song. 8 out of 10 is what I give it. And it reminded me of Taylor Swift's Shake It Off. Just that, like...
Oh, wait, yeah, I get what you're saying now.
Yeah. It's every time we record.
That is a loud... Like, people just love to take the muffler off their car and drive right past my house.
They're the worst kind of people. If you take the muffler off your car, we're not friends.
Also, isn't it weird that Bic makes pens and razors and lighters?
Isn't it weird that I've used all of them?
Same. But it's strange. Anyways, this next song is called Hole in My Head. I don't have a lot to say. I'm just going to say the opening, it sounds like a freaking Tool song.
Did I say that out loud?
No.
Because I was thinking the same thing.
The note at about a minute 10 is really impressive. She really sings like she's yelling at this boy, and I dug that.
Okay, I just got to sudden urge to just violently shake our table.
Or to just like, I've had some urges like when you're in the middle of talking, like it takes everything in me to be like, no, Nate, don't flip the table. Flip the table. That wouldn't be funny.
Kill you if you flipped it with all the stuff on it.
Okay, but would that not be a hilarious clip in retrospect?
It'd be funnier if somehow we got cardboard cutouts of everything facing the camera and then it just cut.
I'm just like...
And that's how we start a vlog.
Yes.
And then we just go from there.
But it's like 30 minutes of podcast before it, and then it's just like it turns into a vlog.
Nate and Lainey created podcast. Yeah, okay, so anyway, the beginning of the song really has that heavy bass lick, which Nate said reminds him of a Tool song. I completely agree. Maybe, is it a Tool song that I'm thinking? No, maybe it's not. I don't know. But it reminds me of this one song, and I've mentioned it in the podcast before. I looked it up. I went through all of my metal and rock music, and I could not find it.
Remind me to talk about this in a minute, and I'll play the Tool song I'm thinking of.
Okay. But it starts with a heavy bass, and and it sounds like it would be Metallica on like the Death Magnetic, but it wasn't. Anyway, I can't find it. I will find it one day. Maybe we'll cue it up right here, and it's this Tool song, but it's like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Anyway, but how many times on the song could they say Goose Chase? Because oh my gosh, that was annoying at one point. And honestly, it was just slightly too long of a song for me. It still featured their best qualities, of course, because I feel like those are always present, but it was just, at this point, I was starting to drain.
This next song is called Heartbreak Town. They got that drone off the rip, like a thing of bagpipes, you know, when they hit that thing and they're like, wah, and then they hit that,
they hit that, wah, and then they hit that.
This one's a slower one. I wasn't really into it. I was just kind of bored. And honestly, it's just been quite a few Dixie Chick songs in a row that it's just like my brain was just fried. I like the accordion. The songs just all in all not very enticing though.
I didn't write anything down, but I did like the accordion, and all we did was look up like, if it ain't the chicks, it ain't music. So we found like t-shirts and mugs and stuff like that, and that's all we did next.
This last song is called Let Him Fly. I initially thought of the song Let Her Cry by Hootie and the Blowfish. You remember reviewing that one? That one's a banger.
I still think Hannah Jane's a banger. I still listen to that one.
There wasn't any drums on this song, just a soft, quiet acoustic guitar ballad to finish off the album. It's like they're laying us down to sleep with their angelic voices, and I was vibing.
What a great simile.
That's not a simile.
Yeah, you use the word like.
Laying... It's like they're laying us... Oh, yeah, I guess. I thought you meant me saying that their voices were like and angels. But I didn't say they were like angels. I said they had angelic voices.
Oh, I thought you said...
So that part's a metaphor, but the laying us down, like, that part's the simile. So there's a metaphor in a simile. I can't do English.
Anyway, that's your lesson for the day, kids. I think this is the first album I've actually been okay with the slow song ending the way it did, without having been bored out of my mind. However, I would just like to note that this album could have ended at 10 songs with the dance song.
Yeah.
And these last 3...
Heard.
Still solid album, though. I take it. This is episode 49.
Justice for Britney.
If it ain't the chicks, it ain't music.
So 1 through 92, how you feel?
What are we at, like in the 50s or something? Personally, what are we saying this sits at? Hold on, I gotta look now because it's about to drive me up the wall. What are your personal opinions on the album? Go ahead.
30s. That's just how I'm feeling, just off the gut. All of my takes with that, they're all off the gut. But that's just how I feel about it. Depending on where I put the last Dixie Chicks album. What was their last one that we listened to?
Wide Open Spaces.
Yeah. I think
this one's higher than that one, in my opinion.
This is definitely close to Wide Open Spaces, but yeah, it's probably higher. Wide Open Spaces didn't feel as fillery to me, though.
I only felt that a few were fillery on this one. I don't remember Wide Open Space. I don't remember any of that.
That's getting censored.
Leap. Okay, this sits at 44. I would move it up, but not a lot higher.
Yeah.
I would say low 30s.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Anyways, you got anything to say to the viewers before we wrap this thing up?
No, I'm ready for next week, though.
Are we ready for it?
No, wait.
Okay.
Oh, this isn't the album I thought it was. Oh, wait, yes it is. Okay.
The social medias, the Twitter, TDM Pod, TDM POD, the Instagram, the Diamond Mine Podcast, the YouTube, the Diamond Mine for our face and stuff, TikTok, Diamond Mine Podcast, all sorts of stuff like that. Follow, like, subscribe, email me, comment, share.
Comment down below. What's
whatnot.
Your favorite color?
Delaware.
We got North Dakota, but we didn't get Delaware?
I didn't even know people lived in North Dakota, and we don't even have Delaware.
Don't slander them. We need listeners. Don't speak.
Anyways.
Hear what you're saying. That's on the next album.
I can't remember what the people that made this next album was called.
No doubt.
Okay, this has been the Diamond Mine Podcast. We'll be back at you next week with No Doubt. And remember, if it ain't the chicks, it ain't music.